So now let's look at the homework corrections from the work you had yesterday. And these were our algebraic fractions. So you'd question 4, and I'm going to go through all parts of this. And of course, after you've watched this, if there's something you still don't understand, as I get that these can be quite tricky if you're not used to them, just leave a comment and let me know. So we are asked to solve several different equations, and here we have an equation with fractions and there are unknowns on the bottom. So we're going to multiply across by the common denominator. I'm going to multiply everything by 3x, which means I'll multiply this fraction by 3x, this fraction by 3x, and this, even though it's not a fraction, by 3x. And what happens is, of course, the thing that matches, the 3 and the 3 will cancel there, but the x is left behind. The x and the x will cancel there, but the 3 is left behind. And nothing cancels over here. So when I rewrite that, I have x, I just prefer to write it in front, by x plus 7 plus 2 by 3 equals 4 by 3x. And I multiply out my brackets and solve, and that's fairly straightforward from there. So I've got x squared plus 7x plus 6 equals 12x. And bring everything to one side. X squared plus 7x minus 12x plus 6 equal to 0. So we have a minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. I can solve this by factorising. If you can't easily spot the factors, you can use the minus b formula as well. So x is equal to 2, or x is equal to 3. And if you filled in one of those values there, we would have, for example, if we fill in x equals 2, we'll have 9 over 3 plus 2 over 2 equals 4. Is that true? 9 over 3 is 3, 2 over 2 is 1, 3 plus 1 is 4. So that's a good way to convince yourself that those solutions are what we expected. Now for part 2, we're trying to solve 1 over x minus 1 plus 4 over x equal to 3. My common denominator for this one is in 2 parts. I have my common denominator is x by x minus 1. So both of them multiplied together like that is what I want. So I'll have x by x minus 1 times 1 over x minus 1 plus x by x minus 1. I'm writing it out again because I couldn't quite fit it next to it. 4 over x equals x by x minus 1 by 3. And I cancel the parts that match. So the x minus 1 cancels with the x minus 1 there. The x and the x cancel there. And I've got x by 1, x plus 4 by x minus 1 equals 3. I'm going to multiply those two together. 3x by x minus 1. And I've got x plus 4x minus 4 equals 3x squared minus 3x. Okay, everything to one side. I'm going to bring everything to this side just because it makes it a little bit easier to not have to change the sign afterwards. 3x squared. These guys are going to be 5x minus 3x minus 5x plus 4. And I have 3x squared minus 8x plus 4. I'm going to solve this one with the minus b formula, because it can be a bit quicker when there's a number in front of the x squared. So x is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And this, when I put it into my calculator, I have 64, should be 60, should be 4. Let's just double check into my calculator. I've got 64 minus 4 by 3 by 4. And that gives me 4. So if you can do it in your head, go ahead and do that. That's going to be 8 plus or minus 4 over 6. The plus answer gives me 12 over 6, so x is 2. And the minus answer gives me 4 over 6, so x is 2/3. Those are my two answers. So I could have done that by factorizing as well. I just happened to find the minus b formula a little bit quicker when there's a number in front of x squared, but you can do it whichever way you prefer. Right. Oh, there's a part 3. So part 3, we're solving 3 over x minus 1. I'm going to leave space between them this time. Minus 2 over x plus 1 equals 1. So my common denominator, sorry, make that nice and clear. My common denominator in this case, and this is your low partial credit step, writing down the common denominator correctly, x minus 1 by x plus 1. You might notice that's the difference of two squares. X plus 1 by x minus 1, x plus 1 by x minus 1, and x plus 1 by x minus 1. And of course, we have cancelling happening. So the x minus 1s cancel, the x plus 1s cancel, and nothing cancels here. We've got 3 by x plus 1 minus 2 by x minus 1 equals 1 by x plus 1 by x minus 1. X minus 1. Multiply out the brackets. 3x plus 3 minus 2x plus 2, careful of your signs, equals 1 by, that's the difference of two squares, x squared minus 1. You can do it the long way if you want to. 1 multiplied by anything makes no difference anyway. So we'll bring everything to one side and we'll bring it over here. But let's put our like terms together. These guys will add together to give me 5. Those will add together to give me x. So I'll have 0 equals x squared minus 1 minus x minus 5. X squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. This one's easy enough to do by factorizing. X minus 3, x plus 2. So x is either equal to 3 or negative 2. Okay, hopefully that's clear. But of course, again, in Google Classroom, you can let me know if there's a step that you didn't understand or that you're not clear on. Moving on to B part 1. We're trying to solve 1 over x plus 2 over x minus 2 equal to 3. Just leaving space for my common denominator. It's the two denominators multiplied together. So my common denominator is going to be x multiplied by x minus 2. X by x minus 2 here, x by x minus 2 here, x by x minus 2 here. Doesn't matter which side you write, as we know. The x's cancel, x minus 2's cancel, and nothing cancels. So I have 1 times x minus 2 plus 2 times x equals 3 times x by x minus 2. And we have 3x minus 2 equals 3x squared minus 6x. Bring everything to one side. 3x squared minus 6x minus 3x minus 2. 3x squared minus 9x minus 2 is equal to 0. And again, I probably can solve this by factorizing, but I'm going to use the minus b formula. X will be minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Just be careful with your signs or you can get a wrong answer. All over 2a. And that gives me 9 plus or minus, well, I think it's going to be 15, but let's check. We've got the square root of 9 squared minus 4 by 3 by a negative 2. And that square root of 105. Square root of 105. So this one wouldn't have factorized anyway, all over 6. And they didn't say to leave our answer in third form or to put it to a number of decimal places. So actually, I would accept that for full marks once you type it into your calculator and simplify it. So if we have 9 plus the square root of 105 over 6, and if you leave your answer, yeah, it doesn't simplify anymore. So if you want to leave your answer like that, because it didn't say, you get to leave it in any form you want. If you want to change it to a decimal point, we get the plus answer, x is equal to 3.21. The minus answer, let's go back here, x is equal to 0 minus 0.21. And those are my two different values for x. Part 2. We need to solve. Now this looks more complicated. X plus 2 over x minus 4, let's leave some space, equals 2x plus 1 over x minus 2. You'll notice that we have two fractions either side of an equal sign. So this is a case where we could cross multiply if we wanted, but I don't want to start doing things differently right now, which means I'm just going to do it the way we've been doing them all along. My common denominator, and multiply each term by that same thing, x minus 4 by x minus 2. The x minus 4's cancel there, the x minus 2's cancel there, and I have x plus 2 by x minus 2 equals 2x plus 1 by x minus 4. The important thing is all of the numerator multiplies what's left over once we've done our cancelling, okay? It's not just the 2 multiplying by the x minus 2 there, and it's not just the, because otherwise it would matter which side you put it on. It's not just the 1 multiplying there. So we multiply out the brackets, x squared plus 2x minus 2x minus 4. You might have noticed it was the difference of two squares, and you can skip straight to the answer if you do. 2x squared minus 8x plus 1x minus 4. We've got x squared minus 4 equals 2x squared minus 7x minus 4. And let's bring everything to one side. I'm going to start taking a shortcut where I do my subtraction as I move it over. So 2 minus 1 is 1x squared. Minus 7x stays where it is. Minus 4 gives me 0. They cancel each other out. This has a common factor. So this one is pretty easy to solve by factorizing, but we could use the minus b formula, letting c equal to 0. So my factors are x on its own and x minus 7, in which case x is equal to 0 or x minus 7. X minus 7 is equal to 0 and x is equal to 7. Let's jump straight into the third part then. 2 over x minus 2 plus 3 over x equals 5 over x minus 4. Now, this one is a little bit more unusual because I've got 3 terms with an x in it. Sorry, let's look at it here. 3 terms, and they're all different. So my common denominator is going to be x by x minus 2 by x minus 4. I need all 3 parts and leave enough space there. So x by x minus 2 by x minus 4 times the first term, 2 over x minus 2, plus x by x minus 2 by x minus 4 times my second term, 3 over x, equals x by x minus 2 by x minus 4 times my third term, the term on the other side of the equation, 5 over x minus 4. The x minus 4's cancel, the x's cancel, the x minus 2's cancel. And I don't actually end up with a cubic because there's only 2x terms in each of the multiplications that I need to do. So I have x by x minus 4 plus 3 by x minus 2 by x minus 4 equals 5x by x minus 2. And I need to multiply out my brackets. I'll multiply out these brackets first. X squared minus 4x minus 2x, which is going to give me minus 6x plus 8 equals 5x squared minus 10x. X squared minus 4x plus 3x squared minus 3 by 6, 18x plus 24 equal to 5x squared minus 10x. We bring everything to one side, and that's going to give me 4x squared. Those guys are going to give me minus 22x when I'm bringing them over. 5 minus 4 is 1, x squared. Minus 10 plus 22 is 12, 12x, and minus 24 equal to 0. I can't spot any factors there straight away. Let me just double check my calculations there. Yeah, that's a 22, take 10. That's fine. So I'm going to use the minus b formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. That's going to be minus 12 plus or minus into my calculator. Again, if it works in one step, do that. 12 squared minus 4 by a by minus 24 gives me 4 times the square root of 15. So I know when I get a square root in my answer like that, that there wasn't any factors that I could have found. You can leave your answer like that or put it into the calculator and find it to 2 decimal places. So x is equal to minus 12 plus 4 times the square root of 15 over 2, 1.75, or x is equal to minus 12, take 4 times the square root of 15, and 2 decimal places, minus 13.75. Minus 13.75. Okay, quite a bit of homework there. So do go through the solutions. Put this one up for a second. Do go through the solutions and let me know if there are any steps or parts of that that you don't understand. A complicated idea, but it's reinforcing what we've already been doing with fractions. So when you solve with fractions, you find your common denominator and multiply every term in the equation by that common denominator to cancel the fractions. Okay, thank you.